cutting horse was born on the open range, where ranchers would gather vast herds for branding, doctoring, and drive them up the famous trails to feed a hungry nation over 100 years ago. Some horses were better suited for separating a cow from the herd, becoming the royalty of the remuda. Ranchers would brag and bet on who had the best cutting hoss, and competitions arose. These select few were crossbred to create what we have today.
If you can't cut it, move out the way. Let me in there, get out my way. Got me a cutting horse and we have style. We have technique, we're gonna dance a while. Dance, dance. Cutting.
Howdy folks, Kenny Ehmeyer here for the Weekend Cutter. Come join us as we take you on a trip from the practice pen to the show arena and let you listen in as top cutting horse trainers prepare their students to compete in the Western industry's most exciting equine sport. So sit back, relax, and you'll learn what it takes to become a top weekend cutter right here on RFD TV.
Cutting horse dance, to the left, to the right.
Iconoclast Sports Boots. Visit westernlegacysales.com.
Cutting horse dance, left, right, left, right.
There are really no obstacles in getting a horse insured anymore. You don't need to find a vet. You don't need to load the horse up in the trailer to go get it vetted. You don't need to pay for those x-rays. All you have to do is find a phone, and we all know we have one of those at the tip of our fingers no matter where we're at, and just call 1-800-228-8664. And if you know you're going to be picking up a horse on a Saturday or Sunday, call us on Friday, and we'll get it all put together, and that horse will be insured when you load it up in the trailer.
Hi, I'm Paul Hansma, Hall of Fame cutting horse trainer. I've been feeding Top of the Rockies alfalfa cubes from Manzanola Feeds for 2 or 3 years now. And I really like their convenience, the quality, and there's no mess, no waste. They're very easy and convenient to take to the shows with me. I like how my horses look, and I would recommend Manzanola Feeds. Give them a call.
You ever think you'll see this again, Buster Welch showing at Will Rogers?
Well, folks, thanks for joining the show this week. We've got something really special planned for you, and I've actually brought in a good friend of mine, Gary Walker, and he's gonna help me talk about this show. Gary, thanks for joining me this week.
Thanks for having me. I greatly appreciate it.
Well, we've kind of been kicking this around for quite a while now, and Gary's got a concept that we're fixing to introduce you to. It's called the Brazos River Showdown, and it's a tournament style cutting. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, it is. Well, I have been in this business for a long time, and I see the people coming into the business, and they get really enthusiastic about getting involved with cutting horses, and they show up at the beginning of the day there, starting with the open, and if it's a big show, they don't get to cut till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning sometimes, and I just see that they are really paying a pretty hefty price for a newcomer coming into our industry and stuff, and not really getting all the enjoyment that I think I would like to see those people get. They've invested a lot of money to try to get started in the sport, and they come in and have to hang around all day long, and I just decided that trying to think of something that I could put together that build something around them, to spotlight them so that they're really having fun and enjoying what they're doing. And that's how I came up with the concept of the Brazos River Showdown. I had 6 classes. I hosted a non-pro, a 15 novice non-pro, a 50,000 amateur, 35,000 non-pro, a 2,500 novice rider class, and a 15 amateur. And the tournament style way of doing it, the format for which I structured for that, really offers a lot of opportunity. These people pay one entry fee. They're guaranteed to cut twice.
Right.
And what we did was we took 35% of our horses to the finals in each class. So we split that up. The first day, everyone cuts fresh cattle.
Fresh cattle the first day.
And from those fresh cattle works, we advanced the top 17.5% to the finals. So they don't come back the second day. They're qualified for the finals. They're resting their horse, getting ready for the finals. The remainder of all the classes, of all the people in the classes, then come back the second day and compete on rerun cattle, and we advance the top 17.5% again. All 35% of our finalists received a check. Matter of fact, they received a lot more than a check at our deal. We had added $1,000. The champion
to every class.
To every class. To every class. The champion of each class walked away with a Brazos River Showdown Championship buckle, and also a pair of Rio's Mercedes boots. We just had all kinds of awards for everyone.
Some great sponsors jumped in and really helped with this show, and each, I think a number of them actually kicked in there with some prizes for the class winners too.
Oh, they did. They did. The sponsors, the people that I went to and asked them to help me with this were just more than generous. I really just introduced the idea of what I'm wanting to do, and they just welcomed me and sat down and wrote me a check and went for it. And we had Luberson, like you said, we had a lot of sponsors to kick in stuff. I think that everyone walked away from our show this year with a good feeling about what we had done, and they're really excited about wanting to come back next year. And of course, that's our goal, is to build this bigger and better every year. So we've got a great start.
Well, I tell you what, the first place in August, you held this show at the Extraco Event Center
in Waco, Texas.
Air conditioned in August. I don't know about you folks, but I'm kind of partial to air conditioning in August. I've got to become a soft cutter in that way, and I like it.
Well, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. I was scared to death about putting a show on in August and having the rerun cattle because of the heat. But the cattle were just great. You know, those cattle are in the pen for maybe an hour for each class, and then they go right back to the holding pens back there, which were basically air conditioned themselves. We had misters, we had fans everywhere. I think I should have got paid on the gain on the cattle. I believe they left there a lot healthier than they came in.
Those cattle did not suffer at all. Matter of fact, I walked back there and looked at them, and they were doing just fine. Those misters and fans were doing a good job on those cattle.
Like I said, I was worried to death about it, but man, they did. They worked great. I think the cattle were as good as you could have anywhere.
And you got those cattle from a couple different places. I think you had one gentleman that had some cattle that
Right, I did. The friend of mine that I've been acquainted with for years in my area over around Tawakona, Texas, Bill Ward furnished some of our cattle, and then Robbie Thigpen.
Yep.
Robbie's the go-to man. If you're looking for a cow in Texas, Robbie knows where it is, I promise you.
Yes, sir. I've talked to Robbie a dozen times. He's a good cat and got some good cattle for you.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, we've talked about the event center, the Extraco Event Center. The staff there in Waco did a great job, and we're very accommodating for you. Your advertisers, bar none, best in the business. They really came in and did a good job and helped put this show on. The cutters are all looking forward to coming back next year.
I believe that. I've got nothing but a great rapport from everyone. Everywhere I go, people that were there, they're still excited about it and talk to me about it enthusiastically and ready to go. So we're going to, like I said, try to build this thing just bigger and better every year, and I'm confident we'll get it done.
Now this tournament style cut, and I think this is going to take off. It's really out there set up for the non-pros and the amateurs to have a good time.
I think it is too. You know, what I've already stated about these people come into this business and they're looking to really enjoy themselves. And man, when they get there at the beginning of the day and they're still there at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning waiting for their turn to go, that'll wear people smooth out. And we've limited our entries in our classes, and we make the show manageable where that there's a lot of stuff to enjoy. Like our fajita dinner at the end of the day.
Oh my goodness, that was some good victuals right there.
It was. I think those might have been the best fajitas I've ever eaten.
And got serenaded by a guitar
That's
player
right.
while you eating your fajitas.
Absolutely, it was a great send-off for everybody. Next year we're going to do that early on, so that we can all enjoy ourselves a little bit more instead of just sit down and eat and go home. You know.
Yes, sir. Well, I'll tell you what. You about ready to show these folks in TV land the Brazos River Showdown?
Absolutely.
Well, let's go to the pen there in Waco, Texas, and see how it all shakes out at the Brazos River Showdown.
Hi, this is Ruben Maheno. Thank you for watching Weekend Cutter. We'll be right back after these messages.
Oh, baby, come on. Oh, baby, come on. Oh, baby, come on. It's so neat to meet you, baby, where the action is. Oh, baby, come on.
There is something about the outside of a horse that is good for the inside of us all. You know it's true. Return the favor. Connect to the power of performance. Total Equine Horse Feed. Wellness for your horse's performance and well-being. Good inside. TotalEquine.info.
Hi, this is Robert Rust. Welcome back to the Weekend Cutter.
Well, Gary Walker, here's Tricia Sutton cutting her first cow.
Yeah, Tricia did a really good job of cutting that cow right there. Got her hand down real quick and got in business. She's got this cow trapped right in the middle of the pen. She don't want it to go anywhere. And she certainly did a good job of controlling it right there in the middle. This cow's giving her enough to really make her horse work good. It could be a little bit stronger there. She's looking for a place to get out. It kind of petered out there, so she survived that real good though, a good start. She's not going to get this cow cut quite as good, but she gets her hand down real quick, showing that judge that she's got all the faith in the world in her horse. Big stops right there. Just really synced up with the cow. Got out there just a tad bit long, but she's shutting that cow down. She's sure trying to win this thing. Horse is really traveling across the pen real good and getting some big stops. This cow's really a challenge right here, going real fast. Got a place to get off. She's in business. Going to get right back in business right here on this little yellow cow. It's pretty challenging too. She's just really working real hard right in the middle of this pen and doing a great job controlling the cow. She's really down on her horse and getting everything that she can out of her pony right there. Looks great.
And that's how you win the non-pro class.
That did it. This is Ricky Cox right here. Ricky's got a really flashy little pony that's, really quick to try to get across that cow. Got some big stops, a lot of action to it. I like the way the horse just really gets down right there.
Very animated.
You bet. This cow right here's giving her a run for her money. She's got a place to get off right there and takes it. Gets right back in business. Puts her hand down. We're cutting. Little horse is just loving it. Nailing this cow and keeping it in the middle of the pen. Little horse is really quick. Sure reads the cow good. Big stop. Really set down on his hocks right there. Ricky's coming up. Looks like she's going for the gray baldy here. Going for the finish. Just doing a great job of trying to control that cow in the middle of the pen. Little horse got a lot of action to him.
And there's your next class winner.
This is Heidi McAllister. She's stepping up here. She's, I believe, after the little tan cow. But getting tangled up just a tad bit right here on this cut. She's being patient and trying to step into that cow. It's definitely hers. She's got to cut it now. Good job of getting your hand down after you get that cow separated from the other cattle. Our horse isn't quite settled in right there. Now he is. Getting in sync and she really stuck him outside that cow to keep that cow stopped right there. Heidi's reading that cow and just waiting, being patient, going and stopping the cow, trying to keep it there in the middle of the pen. Doing a good job. The horse is really working really good now.
Got her a clean quid on that cow.
Yes, she did. Pushing up here, I believe she's going to be cutting the gray cow here on the outside. Gets it cut, the hand goes right down. She's back in business. This cow right here is not quite settled in for her right now is the way she wants, but she's sure in control of it. Letting that cow come to her now. Not the perfect cow you want, but she's doing everything she can to make the best of it. Heidi did a great job of showing.
This is Rob Matthews in Weatherford, Texas. We'll be right back with the Weekend Cutter after these messages.
The Season 1 DVD set has over 9.5 hours of instruction and lesson from the top amateur-friendly trainers in the country. 26 entire episodes filmed literally from Florida to California. You'll have to be horseback in the practice pen with the trainers on our show to get this valuable information. The bloopers and outtakes from our first 26 episodes make this DVD set hard to pass up. Visit theweekendcutter.com to get yours now. One of the most physically and demanding tasks required of the cow horse is holding the cow. Every joint, ligament, and muscle is tested to its limits. To keep your cutting horse on the cutting edge, Precision Joint Solution developed the most innovative joint supplement on the market today. By combining two exclusive ingredients, it supports the joints by decreasing inflammation, hindering cartilage breakdown, and increasing recovery time. Precision, the cutting edge for the cutting horse.
What separates us from the rest of the bits out there? What makes these bits so unique? These bits are unique in the sense that these are all American made. Every bit's handmade, made right here in Gainesville, Texas. All three of these bits from start to finish, each one covers a different age or a different area, different stage in training, from your 2-year-old all the way to the finished horse. This is a bit made by horsemen for horsemen.
This is AJ Lutz from Scottsdale, Arizona. Welcome back to the Weekend Cutter.
Catherine really steps up and gets that cow cut there aggressively from the other cattle. Got out there just a tad bit long, but got herself covered back up on the other side right there. Cow's kind of slowed down right now and keeping her busy, but not sending her lots of places to put big stops in her horse. Gets off of that one, gonna get her another one here. Got the gray cow cut. Gray cow looks like it's a good challenge here. Catherine's in control of this cow now. She's really got her horse synced and everything's fitting real good, even though the cow's a little bit wild. Got things going her way. Here we go. We're going to get right back in business, try to finish this run strong. Good black cow, just taking her across there and letting her get some stops. A little look right there. Great job.
Great job, Catherine.
This is Mike Wiley. He's making his first cut right here. Went across the pen a little bit further than we'd like to see. getting that cow cut, but now he comes back and gets him nailed. He's going to get a crossover and get him stopped. Mike is really excited about cutting. He's doing a great job. He started with me a couple of years ago, and he's really been doing good. That quit right there scared me a little bit, but I went back and looked at it, and it was sure enough a legal quit. He steps up here and is going to get this cow cut, get back in business on our second cow. Everything's fitting a lot better for him right now. Just wait on this cow. And
Horse sure wanting to be good for him.
yeah, he is. Yeah, Sonny takes good care of him. He's really a nice pony that Mike has done very well with. This cow's not giving him anything. He just got to wait it out right here. There we go. We stop so we can get off right there legally. Step up and get our third cow cut. Try to finish up strong here. He's a little bit strong with his hand right there. We're coming across. Good stop.
Big stop.
Get back across the cow. There we go. Stayed outside that cow just a little bit, so we controlled it over there and then came back across. Good job.
And that's how he won his class.
Absolutely. This is Cotton George. I've known Cotton for a long time. He and I go way back, the old college days. Cotton stepping up here to cut the little Charolais cow. Gets him cut, puts his hand down, says, come on, let's do something. We're trying to get a little bit going right here. Cotton is just letting that cow dictate what he's doing. Getting across, he got George loose just a little there. Working on our second cut right here. Cotton got his eye on the black cow here on the outside. Good cut. Got a lot more action going right here on this cow.
A little more cow.
You bet. Good stop right there. Getting across right there and controlling this cow. Good job.
Good clean cut.
Here we go, gonna finish up strong. We got the black mott right here picked out. Whistle blew there. That was whistle blew when they was out front. I looked at that too. Well, folks, that was all of our finalists run right there. Now let's go watch the showdown. This is Heidi McAllister riding to the herd for the Showdown Championship here. The champion's going to walk away with a Ricky Green saddle. Ricky's just a great saddle maker. Been making them for years. I've ridden one of his saddles forever. They're just they're awesome. But Heidi stepping up through here. She's got something in mind, I'm sure. Looks like we're going after the gray cow. Didn't get that cow cut exactly like we wanted to, but getting across the pen, trying to get it locked down here. Really a fast cow.
Heidi's showing that horse well.
Yes, she is. Well, we're going to come back in here and try to find our next cow.
Looks like she's going to go a little deep on this one and get that deep cut out of the way.
Yeah, we're looking for something. She's shopping for what they've got in mind for her. Hadn't got it spotted yet. Her help's trying to get her to find it over there, pointing at the one they've got it picked. I believe Heidi's found it. There we go. We're going with the Black Baldy. She really stuck her hand down right there real quick, even with traffic left out there. Got her horse really locked in the ground, handling this cow real good now. Yeah, she's doing great. Big stop. Get all the way across that cow, really bog it in the ground. That's what we're looking for. She is really going and getting control of this cow. Big stops and keeping it right in the middle of the pen. Great job there.
Well, that was a great cow, wasn't it?
It was. I like those that drive you into those stops.
And she shopped for that one for a while. She had
did.
her eyeball on it.
Her help was pretty keen to bring her cow like that out.
And she got about 10, 11 seconds left on the clock with this
Going
last
for a big
cow.
finish. Just be patient. Here we go. Boy, Heidi puts that hand down. She shows you right away she's ready to cut once she gets those cattle separated. Good stops, really good action out of her horse right there, really holding the ground. Great job.
Great job.
There's our showdown champion right there.
2013 Showdown champion right there. Wow, that was an amazing run. Heidi McAllister just wins it all in Waco at the Brazos River Showdown.
She did. Heidi had a great run. She's been great all week. She came here to win this deal, and she got it done.
Well, I tell you what, we want to invite everybody. Put this cutting on your calendar for next year. Are you ready for him to come back and see you next year?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, well, for right now, everybody, thanks for joining us this week. Y'all be sure and come cut up with us a little bit. Next week,
on the Weekend Cutter.
To the left, to the right, cutting horse day.